She married a poor man, asterisk, asterisk. Asterisk, the camera drifts slowly through a narrow diner. Worn counter stools. A cracked window letting in cold Chicago light. The smell of coffee and grease hangs in the air. Asterisk. Asterisk Anna, 24, moves between tables with practiced grace. Uniform slightly too big, hair pinned back, a small tired smile that somehow still reaches her eyes. She refills a coffee mug without being asked. A regular nods in quiet gratitude. Asterisk.
Anna veio.
My mother always said love would find me when I stopped looking for it. I told her I was too busy to look anyway. Asterisk, the bell above the door chimes. Anna doesn't look up. Asterisk. Asterisk, Daniel, 28, steps in. Simple gray jacket, slightly worn at the elbows. Clean but scuffed shoes. He stands at the entrance a moment too long, as if measuring the room. His eyes are calm, observant. Everything about him is still. Asterisk. Asterisk, he chooses the corner booth. The cheapest seat in the house. Asterisk. Anna approaches, notepad ready. Anna, what can I get you? Asterisk, Daniel looks at the menu. Studies it carefully. His finger traces the left column. The prices. Asterisk. Daniel, just the oatmeal, please. And water's fine. Asterisk, Anna glances at him. Something in the way he said it. Not embarrassed. Just careful. Asterisk.
Anna.
You sure? The eggs are only 50 cents more. Daniel. Small smile. Oatmeal's what I want. Asterisk, Anna writes it down. Starts to turn. Asterisk. Daniel, is it always this quiet in the mornings? Asterisk, Anna pauses. Turns back. Asterisk. Anna, you're not from around here. Daniel, that obvious? Anna, the regulars never ask questions. They just stare at their phones. Asterisk, he smiles. Really smiles this time. Anna catches herself smiling too, then looks back at her notepad. Asterisk.
Asterisk, asterisk, Anna, Condé, asterisk, asterisk.
Oatmeal. Coming right up. Asterisk, she walks away. Doesn't look back, but almost does. Asterisk. Asterisk, Daniel returns. Tuesday, then Thursday, then every day. Asterisk. Asterisk, he always orders from the left column. Always tips exactly $1, carefully placed, not performative. Asterisk. Asterisk, Anna begins to expect him. We see her eyes drift to the door before he arrives. Their conversations grow, fragments stitched together. Daniel, what do you want to do when you're not here?
Anna.
Wiping counter. I wanted to study design. Didn't happen. Daniel, why not? Anna. Pause. Life didn't wait for me to be ready. They walk together after Anna's shift. Daniel carries her bag, worn canvas, heavy with books. Anna, you don't have to walk me home. Daniel, I know. He says nothing else. She doesn't argue. They pass a boutique window. A mannequin in an expensive coat. Anna slows just for a second. Daniel watches her. Anna, my mother would say that coat costs 2 months of my salary. Daniel, what do you say? Anna, smiling. I say I have a good coat. Daniel looks at her for a long beat. A row of modest apartment buildings. Old brick. Laundry on fire escapes. Anna, this is your street? Daniel, home sweet home. Anna, gently. How long have you lived here? Daniel, long enough to know the neighbors' arguments by heart. Anna laughs. It's genuine. Daniel watches it happen like he's memorizing something. Anna's mother, 52, stands at the stove. She is warm but tired, a woman who has known hard years and learned to read them in other people. Mother, you've seen this man 5 times now. Anna, 6, and we're just friends. Mother, friends don't carry your bag, Anna. Anna sits at the table. Anna, he's kind, Mama. Mother, kind doesn't pay rent. Pause. What does he do? Anna, he's between things. Mother, turning. Between things. That is not an answer. That is the beginning of a problem. Diner, break room, day. Anna's co-worker and friend, Jessica, 26, leans against the lockers. Jessica, I looked him up. There's nothing.
No LinkedIn. No Instagram.
Nothing. Anna, Maybe he just values his privacy. Jessica.
Anna.
A man with no digital footprint is either very boring or very complicated. He doesn't look boring. Anna. That's not a reason to. Jessica. He always pays in cash. He wears the same 4 shirts. He doesn't talk about work. Leaning closer. I'm not saying he's a bad person. I'm saying you don't know who he is. Anna says nothing. XT. Diner alley, late afternoon. Anna steps outside for air. She doesn't notice. Daniel has just arrived early. He stands at the corner. He hears everything through the diner's propped window. Jessica, OS. She's too good for a man with no future. Someone needs to tell her. Anna, OS. Firm. I'll decide what I'm too good for. Outside. Daniel's expression shifts. Not hurt. Something more complicated. He looks down at his plain jacket. His scuffed shoes. He pulls out his phone. Dials. Daniel. Quietly to phone. Marcus. Don't send the car tomorrow. And cancel the account alerts on my personal line. Pause. Because I said so. He hangs up. Straightens his jacket. Walks in.
Int.
Daniel's apartment, evening. Anna sees it for the first time. It is small. Neat, but deliberately bare. A single bookshelf. A basic kitchen table. No television. It is the apartment of a man who either has nothing or who wants you to think so. Anna, looking around, you actually live pretty minimally. Daniel, I like space. Anna runs a finger along the bookshelf. Philosophy, architecture, a worn copy of Fitzgerald. Anna, you've read all of these? Daniel, twice. She turns. Anna, that's not something a man between things does. Daniel pauses. Just for a second. Daniel, maybe between things was the wrong phrase. Maybe I'm exactly where I want to be. EXT, Chicago Park, evening. They sit on a bench eating cheap takeout from paper bags. The skyline glitters distantly. Beautiful and indifferent. Anna, my dad used to say the city looks kinder from a distance. Daniel, do you think he was right? Anna, I think he was trying to make being far from it feel okay. Silence. Daniel looks at the skyline. Daniel, what if I told you I'd been far from it, and it wasn't better? Anna, looking at him. Then I'd say you know something most people don't. Daniel reaches over. Takes her hand. She doesn't pull away. Behind them, his phone buzzes in his pocket. He doesn't take it out, but his jaw tightens barely. EXT, Chicago riverfront sunset. They walk along the river. The city hums. A barge moves slowly downstream. Daniel stops walking. Anna, why are you stopping? He turns to face her. Reaches into his jacket pocket. Produces a small ring box. Plain cardboard, not velvet. Anna goes still. Daniel, I know this isn't. He stops, starts again. You are the first person who has ever looked at me and not seen a transaction. Not seen what I can give or what I represent. Pause. I don't want to lose that. I don't want to lose you. He opens the box. Inside, a simple silver band. Modest. Beautiful in its plainness. Daniel vented. Anna, will you marry me? Anna stares at the ring. Then at him. Tears come. She blinks them back. Anna, my mother is going to have something to say about this. Daniel, quietly. I know. Anna, pause. Yes. She lets him slide the ring on. 2 joggers pass nearby. One nudges the other, gestures at the couple. They keep running. Int. Anna's apartment, night. Anna's mother stares at the ring. Mother, he proposed with this? Anna. Mama. Mother. Voice breaking. I just want more for you. Is that a crime? Anna. More isn't always better. I know what I'm choosing. Her mother takes her hands. Holds them. Looks at her daughter for a long moment. Mother. Quietly. Then God help both of you. Small wedding venue. City Hall Annex. Day. A modest room. Folding chairs with white ribbons. A small arrangement of white flowers. Perhaps 30 people. Anna wears a simple white dress. Borrowed. Altered. Beautiful. Her mother sits in the front row. Hands clasped. Expression unreadable. Jessica leans toward another guest. Jessica. Whispering. She looks happy. I'll give her that.
Guest.
Did you see the ring? My high school boyfriend gave me bigger. Jessica. Hissing.
Sure.
At the front, Daniel stands in a plain dark suit. It fits him well, remarkably well. He looks at Anna walking down the aisle. Something in his eyes that the guests can't see. Relief. And something that looks almost like guilt. The officiant speaks. Vows exchanged. Simple words. Earnest. Daniel. Vows quietly. I promise to be honest with you. About everything. Starting tonight. Anna tilts her head slightly. An odd thing to say. The ring is placed.
Pronounced. Kissed.
Applause. Modest.
Warm.
Daniel looks toward the door. For just a moment. As if expecting someone. Small apartment night. Daniel carries Anna across the threshold. She laughs, surprised by his strength. The apartment is clean. A candle on the table. 2 glasses of wine. Simple, but intentional. Anna turns slowly, taking it in. Anna, you cleaned. Daniel, I've been practicing for a while. She laughs. He pours the wine. They stand close.
Anna.
Starting tonight. What did you mean? In the vows. Daniel. Pause. I have something for you. He reaches under the kitchen table. Produces a flat, elegant box. Completely out of place in this apartment. Black. Matte. Expensive. Anna stares at it.
Anna.
Daniel. What is? Daniel. Open it. She sets down her wine. Lifts the lid. Inside, on black velvet, a single car key. Modern. Minimalist. The logo unmistakable. Anna stares. Anna. This is a car key. Daniel. Yes.
Anna.
We don't. You don't have a car. Daniel. Quietly. Come outside. Something in his voice. She looks up. He is watching her with an expression she has never seen on him before.